Good day, everyone. I am Jayban B. Quiapo, and we are the Group 5. Today, we will discuss the globalization and its examples. Globalization refers to the growing interdependence of the world's economies, cultures, and populations, brought about by cross-border trade in goods and services, technology, and flows of investment, people, and information across different countries. In simple terms, globalization is the process by which people, goods, and services, as well as information, move easily across borders. One of the effects of globalization is that it promotes and increases interactions between different regions and populations around the globe. Economic globalization refers to the increasing economic interdependence of national economies across the world through a rapid increase in cross-border movement of goods, services, capital, technology, and information.
Good day everyone. So today I am going to discuss what is financial globalization. So what is financial globalization? So financial globalization refers to the ease at which money can be spread around the world. It is the liberalization of trade in financial assets, the flow of capital and corporate investments between various countries, and world allocation of money leading to exchange of services and goods. One of the main benefits of financial globalization is the development of the financial sector. Financial markets become deeper and more sophisticated when they integrate with world markets, increasing the financial alternatives for borrowers and investors. However, financial globalization also carries some risk. These risks are more likely to appear in the short run when countries open up. One well-known risk is that globalization can be related to financial crisis. A financial crisis is when financial instruments and assets decrease significantly in value. As a result, businesses have trouble meeting their financial obligations and financial institutions lack sufficient cash or convertible assets to fund projects and meet immediate needs.
Cultural globalization refers to transmission of ideas, meanings, and values around the world in such a way as to extend and intensify social relations. Cultural globalization is shared, learned, and integrated.
Education is one of the basic needs of a person to gain an established life. To fulfill this, it needs cross-cultural sharing and learning of ideas, values, and social norms. It is integrated, or holistic as it is the interconnectedness of various cultures. Example, the K-12 curriculum, which is multicultural based and has an integrated approach where everyone can use it regardless of the nationality, culture, and identity. Problems that cultural globalization brings: more use of foreign language other than native language in educational institution, foreign fashion and food influence, and slowly forgetting the sense of one's own culture. The solution to the problem: extra local language classes for children, establishing clubs focusing on local handicrafts, local cooking classes, folk dancing, and Filipino musical instrument.
Good day everyone, I am Michelle Arsamoso and I'm going to talk about political globalization. So before we jump into it, let's define first what is political. So political is related to the government or the public affairs of a country. Or in simpler words, it is related to politics. Politics is the activities associated with the governance of a country or other area. Politics is about making agreements between people so that they can live together in groups such as cities, tribes, or countries. Political globalization is the development and growing influence of international organizations such as United Nations and World Health Organization. It means governmental action takes place at an international level. It is also the amount of political cooperation that exists between different countries. For example, the European Union, these organizations help to spread ideologies like democracy, protect human rights, intervene to solve misunderstanding, and aids in international agreements.
Good day, everyone. My name is Diane Grace Soriano, and for today, I'm going to discuss about the social globalization. Social globalization is also known as sociological globalization. It refers to the integration of our societies. Sociological globalization refers to the idea that we now live in a shared society. There are different cultures within a society, but a society is a group of people who live together. And now more than ever, it feels like we all live in one society instead of a group of different societies. For example, what happens in Afghanistan can affect what happens in the United States. A contagion in China spreads in all corners of the world.
The COVID-19 virus emerged in China in 2019. Since then, it's spread around the world.
A nuclear weapon in North Korea can threaten lives in New Zealand.
North Korea launched another intercontinental ballistic missile.
People were told to take cover in basements or in concrete buildings.
Could this kind of missile now reach cities on the East Coast?
So it appears we are all now a common society who need to learn to get along despite our different cultures and beliefs, because what we do affects people around the world. Another aspect of social globalization is the movement of people. People can go from one country to another easily, and those who are just highly educated can get jobs in different nations with more S than before.
And now, let's talk about geographical globalization. Globalization is one of the most widely discussed topics in geography and other social sciences. It refers to intensified geographical movements across national borders of commodities, people seeking employment, money and capital investment, knowledge, cultural values, and environmental pollutants. In geography, globalization is defined as the set of processes which are economic, social, cultural, technological, and institutional that contribute to the relationship between societies and individuals around the world. It is a progressive process by which exchanges and flows between different parts of the world are intensified. The topic of globalization has been popular with human geographers in particular, as no other recent social phenomenon has arguable had such a significant impact. Geographic globalization is the new organization and hierarchy of different regions of the world that is constantly changing. Moreover, with transportation and flying made so easy and affordable, apart from a few countries and demanding visas, it is possible to travel the world without barely any restrictions.
Slowly kisses passing by the river.
Hi everyone, good day. This is Hanima Sarif Sultan, BS in 1A. So in this video, we will talk about the technological globalization. What is technological globalization? Technological globalization is speeded in large part by technological diffusion, the spread of technology across borders. In addition, technological advances in areas like mobile phones can lead to competition, lower prices, and concurrent improvement, and related areas such as mobile banking, and information sharing. So what is the role of technology in globalization? Technology is essential to globalization. Technology is the physical and organizational enabler. Without appropriate technology, there will be no globalization because it is through technology that we can extend social control across the dimensions of space and time. There are some examples of technological globalization. Number one, growth of multinational technology corporations. Number two, mobile banking. Number three, mechanization of manufacturing. And number four, media globalization. Also, there is advantage and disadvantage of technological globalization. The advantage of technological globalization, number one, easier international trade. Number two, one world economy. Number three, economic growth. Number four, reducing poverty. Number five, faster technological innovation. And number six, rise of online communities. And the disadvantage of technological globalization, we have number one, has not closed the digital divide. Number two, replacement of workers by machines. Number three, cultural homogenization. And number four, rise of the fake news. So that's all for the technological globalization. Thank you for watching.
Good day everyone, my name is Mia Moore and my topic is all about ecological globalization. Ecological globalization, it refers to the idea that the world needs to be considered one interconnected ecosystem. This means that the world needs to work together to address ecological issues that across the borders of the nation states. The whole of the ozone layer, which require the world to ban CFCs. CFCs means chlorofluorocarbon. It is simple gaseous compounds that contains carbon, chlorine, fluorine, and sometimes hydrogen that are used as refrigerants, cleaning solvents, and aerosol propellants, and the manufacture of plastic foams that believed to be the one major cause of stratospheric ozone depletion. The whole of ozone layers that leads into climate change that cause drought, storm, heat waves, melting of glaciers, wildfire, and also warming ocean can directly harm animals, destroy places they live, and wreak havoc on people's livelihood and communities.
And now let's talk about local and global communication in multicultural setting. This local and global communication in multicultural setting is indeed a challenge to communicate to a person with cultural diversity because a context may differ depending on a person's perception of word meaning in relation to their culture. The culture shapes so much of the way a person interacts with each other. And then when you think about language barriers and vocabulary used by different generations, it is easy to see where miscommunication can happen. Some of the barriers of effective communication are language, medium of communication, personality, and culture. Culture became a barrier to an effective communication when a person has a different language bearing and they have a different interpretation to such words. Example of which is the OK sign done by everyone. This hand gesture has many interpretations. In the United States, this sign or gesture means okay or a sign of approval. And in Brazil, when you do the OK sign, it means that you are insulting them. In Japan, it means money, and in Spain, it means zero. It goes to show that when a culture is different from someone else, misunderstanding will likely to occur. The best way to avoid such things is to learn others' culture and to set awareness as to how one will react when such situation arises. So finally, we have already tackled the 9 types of globalization and communication, which are the economic, financial, cultural, political, sociological, technological, geographic, ecological, and local and global communication in multicultural settings. To give a recap about globalization and communication, global communication is directly affected by the process of globalization and helps to increase business opportunities, removing of cultural barriers, and develop a global village. Both globalization and global communication have changed the environmental, cultural, political, and economic elements of the world. So we are finally done with our vlog for today, and I hope you like our video. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos. Keep safe, everyone.